Well, welcome guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first video. I'm going to be doing a trade recap of a trade I took on the 28th of December. Nothing too crazy, nothing out of the norm, but let's get straight to it. On the 28th of December, well overall in December, I was actually not looking to trade that much. I was mostly just back testing, as December usually tends to be a quiet month for the most part. And we actually ended up getting a trade in, a sell. On the way I started looking at the market for December was just looking at the overall movement, daily bias, getting a feel for what direction the market is trying to go. As we can see, on the 28th of December, the market was completely being dominated by sellers, refilling certain imbalances and liquidity being taken. As you may know, liquidity takes are actually very important for me anyways. But let's go down to the 4 hour. As you can see, the market, even on the 4 hour, was still bearish. Liquidity takes everywhere with an impulse. Let's go to the 1 hour. At the 1 hour, I actually had marked my demand zone, a demand zone that I actually was looking for the market to pull towards before continuing to go back up. On the 30-minute, you can see it more redefined. On this current day, I actually had seen the market not supplying too much movement, so I actually initially wasn't looking to get in on the 28th. However, you need to always be able to adapt to the circumstances and react with what's in front of you. It's very important to be able to adapt with the conditions of the market. On the 15-minute, we can still see the market coming down. You can see how I've marked this area as a liquidity take. 5-minute, nothing crazy going on, but let me play it out. So remember, I was saying I would initially be looking for liquidity takes before being able to confirm whether I can enter or not. Keep that in mind. As the market formed, you can see how the market actually had an impulse at this level. At this point, this was actually during the time frames I also like to trade. It's very important to stick to data that you know and that you've collected of yourself. At this point, I actually had marked this as a liquidity take for the most part. After this impulse I had, I was actually looking for a further confirmation that the market continues to be dominated by sellers. And you can go on the 1 minute to get a better look at that. And the market has done a liquidity take, and now it's coming back down. Showed us another confluence with our bias. At this point, I'm also looking for inducement or liquidity to be taken inside the setup. I'd initially marked this off as a liquidity zone for the market to make early sellers put in their orders. As you can see, the market actually had consolidated a little bit here before coming back up impulsively at around 245. At this point, I had already marked out my supply zone and my take profits, which were actually fairly nice. So that would be my refinement. My liquidity, well, my take profits would have been at this low here. You got to remember, guys, that being patient with trading is very important. Super important. The market will sometimes try to play about with your feelings, try to make you sell early, move your stop loss, but if you have enough data and you can stick to your bias and stick to your intuition, then it's quite smooth sailing from there. At this point, the market had gone quite a bit into my stop loss. However, because of the conditions, because of the complete bearish movement that had been occurring for quite some time now, I was actually quite confident. And yeah, so my take profit for this one was all the way down here. And you can see here at this point I was actually also looking to re-enter. I'd actually split my 1% risk that I would usually put on the line on daily or for 1 day of trading. I split it between two trades. This trade I actually risked 0.75, and then the next following trade that you're about to see I risked 0.25. You know, you always want to be looking between time frames to see what the confluence is looking like. My refinement for this setup was as seen there. After you've refined your PRI, you most likely want to be looking at your take profits. I'd also marked out this demand zone here. Oh, this demand zone here. But yeah, so my second entry was looking at this. On this trade, I mainly spent on the 1 minute looking at what's going on. And as you can see here, inducement or liquidity or whatever you want to call it. Nice beautiful structure there. And the market tapped in perfectly into my POI. For this one, my take profit was here. For the most part, this trade actually went very smoothly, and if anything, this trade was one of the most quickest trades I've had in a while, because of how quick the movement actually occurred after this point here. And yeah, I let the market run and do its thing, and yeah, it did its thing for a while until it actually finally hit take profit. And yeah, you always wanna remember to keep your emotions in check. You probably wanna journal your emotions, not just analytics and fundamentals, but you also want to keep track of how you're progressing as a trader as well, and keep track of things that you're also doing on the outside, because it's very important to be able to adapt and become somebody who has the mindset of a trader, as it's very different opposed to how people look at money, or many people look at money, and how most people actually react towards having money on the line. If you can tame your mind to adapt to the trading mindset, and do things which actually push you to become the best version of yourself, then I actually believe that anyone can make it in trading, but it's just all about being consistent and continuing to do the same repetitions, having the same mind set when you're on the charts and when you're off the charts. But yeah, this was just a quick recap. This is obviously my first video, and over time I will be posting more videos, so stay tuned. If you guys want to see more, subscribe, like, let me know what you think. I'll be making a Discord soon, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video.